Hello, it's Dr. Darnise. Welcome back. And today's video is on manifesting. And here's some reminders about manifesting. I want to revisit, our spiritual and magical practices. Every now and then we need a refresher. And so this is your 3-point refresher, maybe more than that. So welcome back into Dr. Darnise's House of Religion, Magic, and History. And I just want to revisit some things with y'all today. Thanks for joining. So, the internet stays alive and kicking with manifesting. And I suppose on TikTok, it's a big old thing. I'm not on TikTok, but I hear about it. My students tell me all the time. But Dr. Martin, don't you know on TikTok they're teaching about manifesting? I say, no, they're really not. But I understand there are some people on there saying, oh, I got this car, or I did this, or I did that. But I just want to come on and remind us what is really going on with this thing called manifesting. It does seem magical, right? And I'm all about the magic. But what I really most want to remind us is that we are the source of our own magic. We set the tone with our own intention and attention. Right? So there's no off switch to manifesting. It's not like, oh, I believe in it or I don't believe in it. It's like gravity. Do you believe in it or do you not believe in it? It doesn't matter, right? So the law of manifesting is just that, a law. And so we are always creating, we're always manifesting. The issue is, are you manifesting by default? Meaning because you just have some, default thoughts and beliefs in your mind that are always cycling through and you're not really aware of them until they outpicture in your world. And then you're like, oh, why do I always have this? Why do I always have that? Why do I never seem to get any more money? Or why do I always seem to end up in the same type of relationship? That's your clue that you have a certain type of, let's call it, recording in your mind, and it's the way you think. And so it's always outpicturing. So let me remind you, you are the source of your magic with your intention and your attention. Are you being intentional about what it is you want to see in the world? And are you giving it your attention? Or are you just kind of being, what Abraham Hicks would call mentally lazy and just kind of hoping and praying that things go your way, right? But no, you got to be more intentional about that. You've got to set your attention on it as well. So, if you're trying to manifest money, for example, because everybody always is, then you have to be intentional about how you think about money. You can't let these old belief systems override what your new intention is, right? You can't be out here just saying all the time, well, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have, because that's what's going to outpicture actually. So this goes into the second reminder, which is we have to align with what it is we want. So again, you can't be saying as a sort of just default way of thinking and speaking what you don't want and then expect to get what it is you actually do want. You're sabotaging yourself. So you have to align, which means you have to discern, right? You have to really think about and be self-reflective about what it is you actually want, right? So remembering like, oh, I am the creator of my own experience, right? I am co-creating my reality here. Oh, it starts with me. Oh, okay, so let me be really thoughtful and discerning about how or whether I am aligning with abundance. Am I aligning with love? Because if you're not, you'll know. Because your experiences, the things that you experience on a daily basis, will be not what you want. And we'll say, oh, well, it doesn't work. Oh, it's working. It's working. It's bringing you exactly where you set your intention and your attention. That's how it works. And I wanted to share, well, let's go to the third reminder, which is we have to be ready, willing, and able to acknowledge when we are having um, a good manifestation, right? Like when it works. I want to say it. I don't want to say it that because it's always working. We have to pay attention to when we experience the thing that we really want. Wow, look, I got a bonus at work, or somebody gifted me with this. Oh, wow, I suddenly just ended up with whatever, pile of money. Oh, wow, I met this great person, and I was thinking about, wow, it sure would be great to meet a new person, and then you meet a new person. We have to. This is part of the attention that we pay to how the universal principles are working out in our lives, how the law is actually working. Part of that is acknowledging that you have actually manifested what it is you said you wanted. Yes, it worked in your favor. It's always working, but is it working in your favor in the sense that you actually got the desired manifestation? Because here's what happens. People will say, oh, I know I got that thing, money, car, whatever. I know, wow, I just met this great person. But that's just luck. Oh, yeah, but that was just because somebody introduced me. Or that was just because, I just happened to get that raise when I was kind of already in line to get the raise. And so we'll dismiss when the magic actually happens. We'll dismiss the manifestation. And so we don't want to do that because when you're ignoring it or dismissing it, you're kind of sabotaging it, right? Because you're not allowing that you are actually doing it, that you actually have the power to create the way you want to create. You're undermining all of that by saying it was some other thing. It was somebody else's power that actually brought me what it is I say I want. So we don't want to do that. Or, we'll just get, so caught up in our success in the moment that we won't stop to even acknowledge that it was exactly what we were wanting. We won't stop to acknowledge the ancestors or, God or the angels for helping. We'll forget or we'll dismiss. So I want to tell you about a client I have, and she may me, but I'm not going to tell all your business. But she is a master manifester. She's a master creator. And, we have ongoing sessions. And I don't know, every month, every other month, she's telling me about something else that went her way, something that she created and it manifested. Now, it's funny because she'll do exactly what I was saying. She'll be like, oh, yeah, but I don't know if that was really me. I don't know. Like, I know I did get this house that I say I wanted. Like, for real, she got a house. Oh, yeah, the car. Yeah, I did get that car. Yes, I did. And then I say to her, what is the problem? Well, I'm just not sure. And I say, well, what would have to happen for you to be sure? Oh, I don't know because there are other things that I haven't quite manifested also. Okay, so you can't really acknowledge the things that you have been successful at manifesting until everything manifests. And then, we kind of laugh about that. But that's how we are as humans, right? We tend to think like we'll look for some way for it not to be our own magic, which means we're not really owning up to our own God given divine power. Like we're given this, right? And we're just continually in a state of self doubt. We can't believe that we're this powerful, but indeed we are. We are that powerful. So, what it takes though, otherwise we'll self sabotage. We're so powerful that we can self sabotage. We can undermine the entire process, meaning we don't get what we want, right? We are that powerful because we'll say things like, well, I want that, but I don't think I can have it. I want that. I want more money, but I don't see how it's going to come to me. I want this other job over there, but I don't see how that could ever be me. I want to go back to school, but I don't know if I'm really smart enough or I can really afford it. So we do that kind of thing. It's a loop that we get ourselves into, and it constantly just knocks us out of alignment, which of course is why you need the discernment, self reflection. knocks us out of alignment. And so we can't line up with the thing that we want to manifest. And we end up manifesting by default, meaning the same old way of thinking is what takes over and gives us what we already had. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I just periodically like to revisit some of these basics. These are the basics. And the most basic thing I can offer you is you are that powerful. What it takes is intention, attention, discernment, and acknowledgement. Right? Give thanks. So I'm going to leave it right there. If you think that you would be interested in doing some group work with me, some coaching work, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is reopen my Patreon membership and, kind of invite a group of people and do some small group work together. So if you're thinking that you might want to do some small group work so we can like stay in alignment, all of us, because the mental gremlins come for all of us. It's not like you get to a state and like, oh no, I never have any fear or doubt anymore. Let me tell you something. I just moved across the country and moved my whole life. Oh yeah, there's a lot of fear and doubt that comes up. But the thing is, do you keep doing it anyway? Right? So that's what a group like membership would be about is that we get together and, I'd be your guide, and help us out. Okay, so let me know long haul and yes to Patreon. All right, bye for now.